I'm ready to do this unhaul video. So we're just gonna do this unhaul real quick, and I have over probably 30 books here. Redid my bookshelves. I went off, don't ask me how I did them. I have dark romance, and then I have some contemporary. I don't know what was happening here, but let's go over this unhaul. There's a whole bunch. I'm pretty excited to get rid of these because some of them I'll just never read. The first one is going to be The Lincoln Highway. Let's be honest. I got this at the library for $1 a couple months ago. I just don't ever think I will pick this up. You Deserve Each Other. I actually really love this book, but I just don't remember anything that happened in it. So why keep it if I don't remember? I do remember loving this book though. I know it has something to do with like ex-fiancés and then they get back together. American Roommate Experiment. Again, I really like this book, but I don't remember. I know that they share a room. That's it. Icebreaker. I hated this book. Too long. Characters were not really my thing. Bad Girl Reputation. I tried reading this. I think my bookmark might even still be in it. I tried reading this. I DNF'd it. I didn't like it. Sky in the Deep. I really like this book. It's a young adult. Do I remember much about it? No, but I remember it being really badass, and I remember it having a very good love interest, and I remember it being so fast because the pages, look at those pages. Like, the pages are short, so it's easy to get through, but this is going to a new home because I think somebody else needs it. Hunted. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I actually really enjoyed this book a lot. Do I remember what happens other than the fact that it's a Beauty and Beast retelling? No. So why do I keep it? The Kraken's Sacrifice. This is a monster romance. I love monster romances. I also have The Dragon's Bride, another monster romance. I love monster romances. I think someone else needs these on their shelf because I enjoyed them. They were fun. I had a good time, but I don't need them. My shelf for monster romances, I don't have one, really. I have Ice Planet Barbarians. That's really the only one I ever plan on keeping. But these I don't need to keep. I do have the third one in this series that I'm going to read, but it's a mood-based reading. I don't read a monster romance unless I want a monster romance. 2 Can Keep a Secret. I honestly have no idea what this is about. I don't think I'll ever read it. I don't have a reason to keep it if I'm not going to read it. Somebody else can use this. I'm not sure how I would feel about a young adult thriller mystery right now because I'm so into like gory horror. 1,000 Heartbeats. I read this. I don't remember anything about this. And it's a thick book. So it's like over 500 pages thick. And I don't remember anything that happened in this. So I'm going to go ahead and say not worth keeping. She's big. I need to get her out. The Shadows Between Us. I love this book. Let me set the record straight. I love this book. I absolutely adore this book. But they have a new special edition out of it and I had it signed. So I do not need 2 copies. I'm trying to do better about keeping 2 copies of books that I like but I don't necessarily love. Better Run. Honestly, I should just probably throw this one away. The pages are falling out. I DNF'd it. I wasn't a fan. I don't know if I'd ever want anybody to take this copy because of the pages falling out, but I'm unsure what to do with it. I feel bad just like throwing it in the trash, but I need to get rid of it. Water break. Hunting Prince Dracula. I've read Carrie Malascago before. I read her Kingdom of the Wicked series. Will I get to this series? I don't think so. Just like I have Escaping from Houdini, also by her. They're 2 different, softcover and hardcover. I don't think I need them. Victoria Aveyard's Realm Breaker. I'm going to be honest, I know Victoria Aveyard doesn't do spice, and that's kind of what's making me not want to keep this book. Her Red Queen. And I really liked Red Queen, but then getting into the second book of that series, I was like, this isn't for me. This one I'm gonna have to give away, which is like, I just got this for $1 at the library. These next ones were given to me at a book event, and I am not interested in any of them. Over the Edge, The Handler, Dirty Thoughts, which I'm not gonna show you because it's exposing, Holiday Rogue, and Savage Hunger, which is like still wrapped. I'm not gonna read any of these. They were just gifted at a book event, so not really interested in those. The Death Cure, the Maze Runner series. Listen, my husband just threw this in the pile. He said he doesn't want it, and I'm not gonna read the Maze series or the Maze Runner series. I watched the first movie, I think, and I didn't even really think it was that good. Dark Shores by Daniel L. Jensen. I'll just be honest, I just don't think I'll get to it. Catching Fire. Obviously, I have a dust jacket missing, and I bought a new copy with the dust jacket, so that way I had it. Actually right here. So I don't need this one anymore. So even Adam. I'll just be honest, I don't ever think I will pick this up. I actually got this when I was like very young. And it has been on my shelf for a very long time, but I just don't think I'll ever read it. Sea Witch. Again, I just don't ever think I'm going to pick this up, and if I'm not going to pick it up, I think somebody else would. People We Meet on Vacation. This is my book of the month one. I like this story, like Emily Henry's writing. I think she's a great writer, but I just didn't love it enough to keep it. I think it's turning into a movie, so like I'll go see the movie and stuff, but I don't ever think I'll read this book again. I want to say this is an Owl Crate edition of a book that I've had forever, Goddess in the Machine. Yeah, it's an Owl Crate book. I've had it forever. Oh my god. I've never even opened it because you can like hear it. Goddess in the Machine by Laura Beth Johnson. It's got gold edges. It's a very pretty book, but I don't need it. So I don't think I'll pick it up. Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I should probably throw this one away because my dog actually got to it and chewed it up a little bit. I also DNF'd this book. Like the last 70 pages, I just decided DNF. It was not for me. I think this is where I was able to tell that Greek mythology and the goddess thing isn't for me. So I recently tried to step my foot back into it, and it just did not work out. I didn't enjoy my time, so I just think I need to stay away from these. I was keeping it because I was like, oh my gosh, how sweet, my dog did this, and you know, maybe I should keep it for that reason. But you know, whenever you run out of space, you run out of space, and I am running out of space. Witchy by Ariel Slammet Rise. I think this is a comic I got with an Owl Crate subscription box. I just won't read it. It's no reason to keep it if I won't read it, okay? Publisher mail that I've received, Rebel Rising, a memoir. To be honest, I don't know if I'll enjoy it. I'm not a huge memoir person, so I'm gonna just see if my mom wants it. And Ash Lords, the book of the month. I actually got this from I think I got this when I was living in North Carolina because they have those resale stores for books. And I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. Have I ever picked it up? No. Do I know anything about it? No. The Night Swim. This is a thriller. I've read it. I enjoyed it. I had a good time reading this. And I do think this is a very good intro to thriller because this was my intro to thriller. And that's what got me into thrillers. So it was a good time. But she's going to go to a new home as well. Same with this one. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. Listen, I liked this book. It wasn't the best thing I've ever read, but I did like this thriller. Do I remember anything that happened in this thriller? No. I forgot what happened in this thriller like 2 days after reading it. Girl Serpent Thorn. I have 2 copies of this. Why do I need a book of the month copy, not coffee. I could always use coffee. I don't need 2 of these. 2 Iron Flames. They have the black sprayed edges. When Iron Flame came out, everybody was so scared that the edges were going to not be available, so I picked up some. And I honestly picked these ones up first, but then they had some signed editions at my local bookstore, so I picked those up. And so these ones are not signed. They have the black sprayed edges. I'm probably going to try and resell them just for what I paid for them, because I don't really see myself making any money off these, because one's kind of a little damaged. Amazon accidentally messed up this copy of Twisted Kingdom by Irina Kent, which is the 3rd book in the Royal Elite series. I love this series. It was a great series. It was a good like intro to dark romance, I would think. But this book is messed up, so Amazon told me to keep it, and they were just sending me a new copy. These 2 copies of Stardaughter. I want to say one's an Owl Crate edition, and I don't know what the other edition is. I don't really know. They're signed. Oh, this is the Owl Crate. This is the Owl Crate edition of Stardaughter. This is the maybe just regular edition of Stardaughter. I don't know why I have 2. So I'm never going to pick these up. Long May She Reign. Honestly, this looks kind of interesting, but I just don't see myself picking this up. And I hope they enjoy it. Last is going to be The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I read it. I did not like this thriller. It wasn't for me. A lot of people like this thriller though, so I'm sure somebody else will enjoy this. And they can have it, because I don't want it. That's my unhaul. I ended up going through all my books because I just needed more room. And I'm really glad I did, because I got rid of a lot of books. And I'm very happy about it, and I'm proud of myself, because I'm finally getting to that point where it's like, yes, it's good to unhaul books so you can bring more books in and enjoy those. More books that you might actually enjoy, instead of keeping ones that have been on your shelf forever that you don't need anymore. And it makes sense, because I'm like sitting here being like, cool, now I can go get more horror because I like horror books right now, and I can go do more fantasy books because fantasy is my huge thing right now too. So I don't need to keep, I think a lot of these are like young adult books that I used to love young adult, but I'm getting out of that genre because I'm going into like the adult, the new adult, the horror, the thrillers. Like I'm more interested in those than young adult now. Unless it's like really, really good young adult. I just can't do young adult anymore. And so I'm starting to appreciate what I can, what I like and what I don't like. And that's okay. It's okay to change up your preferences once in a while. So thanks for going over them with me. Now I gotta figure out what the heck to do with these now that I have decided they're gone. So keep you posted. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Oh, also, if you want to comment and like and subscribe, that'd be really cool. I would appreciate it all the time. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.